The oppressive rule of Maximinus Thrax raised opposition across the Roman Empire and in Africa. The exactions of his tax collector sparked a rebellion. This saw a group of rioters kill said tax collector and then look to proclaim the governor, the 80-year-old Gordian, as emperor. Initially, Gordian thought that these youths were there to kill him, and indeed they did threaten to, but only if he refused to accept imperial elevation. The entire populace of the city quickly assembled when the news was known, and the youths proclaimed Gordian Augustus. He begged to be excused, protesting that he was too old, but otherwise he was eager for fame, and did not enter into the office without some personal satisfaction, choosing to risk the future rather than the present danger, thinking that it was not so terrible a thing to die, if need be, amidst the imperial honours. This revolt of Gordian would be a strange mix of utter failure and ultimate success. In accepting his elevation to emperor, Gordian I had his son share the imperial throne with him as Gordian II. Both men were accepted by the Senate and many of the provinces, due to the unpopularity of Maximinus. However, the Gordians were attacked in Africa by a certain Capitolinus. He had always been hostile to Gordian, even in private life, and so when Gordian dismissed him, he gathered the Moors together, and with an irregular force of them came up to Carthage, people of which came over to him. Nonetheless, Gordian desired to hazard the chances of war, and sent against him his son, now well advanced in years. He was then 46 years old. But in military affairs, not only was Capitolinus the bolder man, but the younger Gordian was less well trained, placed at a disadvantage as he was by the luxurious life of the nobility. When they joined battle, accordingly, he was beaten and slain. Upon hearing of the death of his son and the approach of Capitolinus, Gordian I hanged himself. The joint reign of the Gordiani had lasted just 22 days. The youngest Roman emperor to rule in his own right, the reign of the 13-year-old Gordian III was dominated by military campaigns against a new, rising power in the east, the Persian Empire of the Sassanids. Initial success saw him claim a triumph, but a second campaign came to grief. When I first became established in the land, Gordian Caesar drew together an army from all the land of Rome, Gothia, and Germany, and to Mesopotamia he came against Iran and against me, and at the boundary of Mishik there was a great face-to-face battle. Gordian Caesar was killed, and the army of the Romans was destroyed. It must be said that while the Persian account is perhaps to be preferred, it is not perfect, with the Roman version making no mention of this defeat, presenting the campaign as successful. Instead, they have Gordian III killed through the machinations of his praetorian prefect and eventual successor, Philip the Arab.